Nerds at the Cool Table. This is episode 60.
Ooh.
It took us the quarantine, post-COVID, and now to get to 60 episodes. But we made it to 60 episodes.
Yeah, man. Let's just...
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Let's just...
It's going to be edited with AI?
Yeah.
How are you going to do that?
Well, we'll see. If it sounds good, it's good.
Tell it, hey, edit this shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's take away more jobs for the 2023.
AI is a tool.
It's your job. Okay.
It is. I know. AI is a tool.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, AI is the greatest thing to ever happen to creatives, and anyone who's mad at it is an idiot.
Listen, like I said, it is definitely a tool. I've attempted the whole thing. Write me something, like write me a story. It is the most bland shit ever.
You have to guide it.
You do have to guide it, but you kind of, at the same time, by the time you kind of come up with the right prompt to sort of come up with this creative thing, might as well have written the whole thing yourself.
But I guess it's almost like workshopping something alone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So it's like, as you're going through prompts, to me, that's easier than like just trying to iterate it yourself.
Right.
It's like you assign them something, they give you something back, and now you know, well, that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
I meant this. So you pivot.
Right.
Until you get to a place where even if you want to change the information and plug everything in yourself, at least you have
a guideline
and a template to where it's like, oh, versus me just like you've written shit, like just pulling stuff out of thin air. It's fucking hard.
Yeah.
School would be so easy now.
What? We didn't even have Google. Like, this motherfuckers
School would be so easy.
We couldn't even Google information.
No, they used to tell us, don't use the internet. And it's like,
Man, I would have graduated college if I would have had this shit.
What?
No, but the crazy thing is there is things now where I guess whoever does like checks essays and stuff, they run it through something else that makes sure it's not from ChatGPT or one of these AI tools that people use or whatever.
I don't know about that. I know you can check to make sure nothing's plagiarized.
Oh yeah, I remember that in college.
Yeah,
that was.
But I don't know if they could, like, because even with that, you're just taking a guideline, so you could literally tell AI like, hey, I need a write me a 20-page psychology paper, and then you just re-edit it the way you need it.
I guess you're right. Where you say it's like a baseline, like it's almost like you said, it's like workshopping by yourself. It's like instead of like writing out things in a notebook or on a whiteboard, you're kind of writing it, and the thing is spitting things back out at you.
Bro, I've had it create decks.
Yeah,
like full decks.
Yeah, it's amazing for marketing. That's what I gotta say. Yeah,
absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
and it doesn't come up with original ideas, so I feel safe. Like I'm not like, oh, this thing's gonna replace me. It's just gonna do all the tedious shit I don't like doing.
I mean, I consider myself a pre-WGA writer. You know, those are writers who are not in the WGA. Yeah. So I fully support the strike that's happening right now, and I fully support that thing of studios not wanting to use, studios not using AI to come up with ideas because it's fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, it would be terrible.
Yeah, it'd be horrible. It'd be so bad. But as a tool for like certain creative work, it's fantastic. Like
100%.
For like I started this off with editing, like this would be edited by that. It's for basic cuts, just like back and forth type cuts. It's fantastic because it could already tell you like where the voice is coming from, who's speaking, all that kind of stuff. It's great for that. But yeah, it's a very interesting tool. And like for me, it's been great for like concept art stuff. Like the idea, like the treatments I would have written like 10 years ago if I would have had AI or Midjourney to like work on, I would have gotten so many gigs because like, look at this cool shit I could probably come up with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can exemplify shit that's in your head.
Yeah, exactly. But what else is new, guys? How you guys been? How's everything?
Good, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Came back from Miami last week.
How was Miami?
It's nice. Love Miami. It's really nice.
Good time.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet. What have you guys been watching? Have you guys been watching, reading? Have you guys been playing any video games? Like,
video games. I'm still playing Pokemon. What's it called? I forgot which one it is. Violet? Oh yeah. I'm playing Pokemon Violet.
Okay.
Pretty much done with it though.
Okay.
Like you could keep going, but it's like I got all the badges. So
you don't want to collect them all?
Not really. It's a bunch of Pokemon I don't recognize. So
yeah. Is this on the Switch?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, unless I see an original Pokemon in the wild, then I'm like,
yeah. Okay. That's funny.
Other than that,
did you see the Pokemon scandal with the cards?
No.
apparently the people that have been like working at the factories or something
Mm.
are like hogging the expensive cards.
Oh yeah.
So people have been buying like because you buy the packs hoping to get something.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been.
Yeah, but you can buy like 10 packs with nothing in it, and then they've been seeing stuff on eBay with like, here's a stack of 40 holographic Charizards or whatever.
Mhm.
And they're like, who the fuck got these? And then it turned out to be some sketchy shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's a whole thing. And
Damn, they're still making holographic Charizards?
I just made something up.
Oh, I was like, how? I was like, those cost money.
Yeah.
oh man.
Other than that, TV shows,
Yeah.
Succession.
Succession.
I haven't even started watching that series.
Oh man,
I hear everything
true.
about it, and I'm
Great.
just like, you know what? I'll just catch up at some point.
great television. It's the
True.
final season.
Yeah.
Good time to watch.
Yeah.
Barry.
I need to catch up on this last season. I haven't seen it.
I'm like 2 episodes behind on this season. It's good though.
I really like that show.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
As far as
Ted Lasso.
Ted, yeah, I just started Ted Lasso. Actually.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm on the second season.
You're on the second season because we're currently on the.
Fourth, I think.
Is this the
think
third
it's-
season?
I don't
Third
know.
or fourth.
I'm on the second season.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of the second season.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I like that show. I didn't like it. I'm not gonna even say I didn't like it when I first watched. I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah. I liked it. I haven't jumped into season 3 yet.
Mhm.
But I think after I watched the first season, I really enjoyed it. Binged that, and then the second season, I actually watched it week to week.
I like his little rap quotes. He always has one in there
Yeah.
at some point. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how that character was like came up from like a promo that NBC did, and they were like, "Let's just make this a whole show."
Oh, really? Is that where?
Yeah,
came
it
from?
was like a promo for like Premier League because
Mm.
NBC got the rights to broadcast the Premier League
Mhm.
on NBC Sports, and so they had Jason Sudeikis like do a character, which was like an American coach going to England to coach soccer, and they made a whole series based on that.
The quote where the episode where he does the Iverson quote. That's
Practice.
the practice quote. That was so funny to me. Like I automatically knew what he was doing. Like right when he started.
There's a bunch. That's one of the best things about that show is like there's a bunch of things in it that feel like they're so specifically for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Such detailed, specific references that it almost feels like no one even in the show understands.
Yeah, because they look at him like, huh? Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's almost like you and him have like an inside joke
yeah,
against them. And then ironically the show is like super dark and emotional undertones.
he's like a depressive, which is
but,
crazy.
like,
Yeah,
this super happy go lucky like dad joke of a surface.
yeah.
What else
Yeah.
am I watching? Dave. I'm watching Dave. I always enjoy that show.
Oh yeah, I didn't know the new season started.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
did.
billboards for it. Yeah,
Came out of nowhere actually because
Yeah.
I didn't know it started.
yeah.
It's pretty good.
I'm trying to remember how it ended up in last season.
Last season it ended with him.
Isn't he going on tour?
He's on
Yeah.
tour this season.
Okay.
But like I think last season ended with like that episode. It was the jail episode.
Oh wow, God, it's been a while since I watched.
Yeah.
All I really like, the only thing I really remember from that show was his hype man Gata.
Yeah, I went to high school with him.
Oh, you did? Yeah,
Mhm.
where he had that like breakdown because
Mhm.
he was like bipolar.
Yeah.
Like that was a really good episode where like they reveal that and stuff like that. So that's what I remember really remember from that show. But no, I haven't seen the new season yet.
Oh.
Yeah. I watched Beef. Did you guys watch Beef?
Beef was great.
Beef was good.
That was a good
It
show.
got real A24 at the end.
Yeah, it did.
Real A24 at the
Just
end.
really mysterious and weird and like what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah, I was like,
Did
what's
it
going on
end
this
the
last
way you guys think it was gonna end?
No, not at all.
No. What
I
did
thought
you?
it was gonna be like a normal show. It
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what I'm saying. That last episode, or maybe last two,
yeah.
it got real A24. Like
Yeah. With the shootout or with the tripping
I
out?
wouldn't
of
even
it?
call
even the
that-
even the shootout part,
Yeah.
like the shootout part, and like when old girl's head gets spoilers, old girl's head gets smashed.
Oh
on the door,
yeah,
I
in
was
the
like,
panic room.
it's like, what the hell's going
Yeah.
on?
Honestly, well, like the more I kept watching the show, I was like, how could they end this show? Because like every time you thought it was gonna like wind down, something else happened where they're just like piss each other off. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, how is this show gonna fucking end? Are they gonna fuck or are they gonna like kill each
Yeah.
other? Like it had to go one or the other.
It was
Yeah.
also super weird for her to like hook up with his brother. To me, that was just like very
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
I guess that was supposed to show just how like
Did-
dark she thinks and like how like where her mind goes.
Did we get the answer if the brother died? Did he die?
Oh.
No, we didn't get an answer to that.
We didn't.
Yeah.
Actually, no. We do, because when they get back to that point where like they start getting reception again.
Did the brother say
the
something?
brother sent a text message.
Okay.
He's like, "Fuck you! I don't want to talk to you
Talk to
anymore."
you ever again?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if
Yeah.
he survived or not.
Do you think there's going to be a season 2?
Yeah,
You do?
I think so.
Really? I thought that felt very like one and done.
No, I think they'll get a season 2. Season 2.
Okay. I would hope so, because I kind of want to know, like,
It was popular enough. Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix always takes a while to announce,
yeah.
like when they're.
I mean,
doing
they
the
also
next season.
cancel things right away, so you can never. It's a toss up with Netflix now. Netflix.
But it's also A24. Like
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't really like all these shows that you're saying. I haven't been watching the last season of Barry. I've just kind of been. I have been playing video games a lot. I've been playing.
play the Star Wars game.
I've been playing the first one to play the new
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Playing that. Playing a lot of Tetris. As
I have
told you guys.
too
Yeah. I've been playing it on the Xbox
because of
though.
that damn movie.
Right. Oh yeah, that movie was incredible. Like it
loved it.
reignited my love for Tetris.
Yeah, it
man.
made me start playing Tetris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
It's weirdly like I guess I'm
Such
trying,
a wild story.
but I'm also thinking like, is it because of what's his name? The main guy who's the main actor, Taron Egerton.
Edgerton.
Like he's really charming and really fun to watch in that movie, and I'm like, would this movie be less of a fun movie if he wasn't in it? Because it's a great story, but he's also really fun to watch in that role of this guy who's just like way out of his
league. Yeah.
So
But also like really.
he's really
quick on
smart.
his
No,
feet.
no
Yeah.
spoilers.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
you could literally
it's-
go.
you
It's
could-
not really spoiler.
It's really a spoiler. It's,
I know.
It's a true story.
we play Tetris
I mean,
now.
I didn't know the story.
Spoilers. It made it to America.
It made it
The rights got
Hey, man.
sold to Nintendo.
Hey man, I don't know that. Y'all just ruined this shit for me.
Like, we haven't been
Nintendo
playing
got the
Tetris for the
game.
last 30 years, you know?
Hey man, I didn't know.
No, it is a good movie though. It is one of those like real life I don't know, like there's this new popularity of these movies of like your favorite thing. How did it happen?
Yeah, like I want to see that BlackBerry movie.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I heard that one's good.
Yeah. heard
Air.
it's-
I think Air just came out. I think it's on Netflix
Yeah,
this weekend.
I watched Air
Okay.
in theaters. But yeah, no, it
Yeah.
was good. I actually like Tetris more than Air, but Air was good.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
There's the Hot
Yeah.
Cheeto movie. They just saw the trailer.
Yeah,
for that.
I don't know if I needed that. But okay.
I've always heard that story, but then I've always heard like they're kind of dismissing his story.
Yeah, like he's kind of embellished a lot of the
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think I've cared enough.
Yeah, that one I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Air was good, like B plus. Like,
Yeah.
it was
I mean,
fun.
Ben Affleck's a good director. I can
Mhm.
imagine it's a good movie.
I actually felt like he was the weakest actor, even though he's a good director. But
Yeah.
I don't know if it was his hair or something was like taking me out of it, where everybody else felt normal, and he was just like very like a Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, it was that.
Well,
is
it was
it-
the
what-
Jerry Curl.
Wasn't it
Yeah.
mainly like Matt Damon's sort of movie, like in terms of like he's the guy?
Yeah.
who-
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, another thing was this was just an experience from watching it. When I went to see that movie at the theater,
Mhm.
it was the whitest group of people I've ever. It
Really?
was all 50, 60-year-old. I was the only black person in there for one. And I expected I was like, oh, Jordan, Air Jordans. Like, it was literally like
Bunch of business types.
Yeah.
50, 60-year-old.
To them, it's a
White
horror.
people. I'm
To
like,
them,
what?
it's a horror movie about an athlete getting rights and a percentage of a product.
But I was just like,
They're
wow,
watching
this-
that completely different. They're looking at that as the death of the corporate.
It's their
structure.
Get Out. That's
Yeah,
what
it's their Get Out. Exactly.
I don't remember what, and you know how they were playing the music.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is a cool little
Yeah.
soundtrack. There was one song in there. I can't remember what. So it was like in the middle end of the movie, had all the old white people rocking there. Like, yeah.
Like Cyndi Lauper or something.
Yeah, I forgot what song. If I look
Yeah.
at this soundtrack, I was like, it was that song. But they were all just like,
Yeah.
I was just looking at the song. I was like, they really like that song.
I guess that explains because I think when that movie like was coming out in theaters, there was like I don't know if it was Complex or one of these like brands like made a post on Instagram that said, "What's the disconnect between the sneaker world and movies about sneakers?" And some people were like, or like, what's the disconnect between like sneaker movies and streetwear? How like you would think that they would be a good synergy, but some
Yeah.
people are like, well, because the way sneakers are like, yes, the crowd of the people who love sneakers, but like the business of sneakers is like people resellers, and there's no culture behind that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I want to see that. I got to see that when I get home.
What, Air?
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't seen
okay,
that
you
one.
haven't seen
I didn't know it
It's
was out
on,
yet. It's on Amazon. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I don't think any, other than that,
Yeah.
the shows, movies I've seen are
Mhm.
the
Pretty much
things
what's
that we're about to talk
Yeah.
about as our main subjects.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna try to talk about Guardians. I think that's a big Marvel movie right now that we're gonna talk about.
Mandalorian.
It did really well this weekend. Again, we're gonna talk about Mandalorian season 3.
Mhm.
We're finally getting around to talk about that, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about what's happening at DC. Again, there's like some Superman news or rumors that kind of came up, and maybe some Marvel rumors that came up. So we try to dig into those. But should we kick it off with Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Cool. Mandalorian season 3.
No, I'm just playing. It was all right.
Yusuf, what'd you think? I kind of know what Julian thinks. What'd you think, Yusuf?
I didn't think it was
No, I'm just
childish sound.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Um,
Do you have a fart noise effect on that thing?
I gotta look for it, but I might hit like the random one. Like, yeah.
yeah, it was good. Good minus. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like remember what even happened. I know what happened.
Okay.
Find the plot point. So
Yeah,
wait, let me
I'm
see. It opens with, I think, Din Djarin is gonna go to Mandalore.
Mhm. He goes to Mandalore.
He goes visit Bo-Katan, tells her what he's gonna go do. Then he goes to Mandalore, gets captured. Bo-Katan rescues him. She goes to Mandalore, rescues him, sees the mythosaur.
Yeah.
They leave to where the end of the Mandalorians are because they try to go back to her home.
Mhm.
It gets attacked and bombed. They hang out with a bunch of Mandalorians.
They go to what's his name's spot? Black dude.
Yeah.
Navarro.
Yeah.
They go to Navarro. There's a bunch of pirates there.
Fuck them
Pirates fuck it
Fuck them
up.
pirates up.
Mandalorians come in, help everybody in Navarro, destroy the pirates.
They team up.
The team up.
They go to the weird planet where Lizzo and
Oh yeah, with Jack Black.
We're not talking about that.
Oh yes, we are.
Stupid ass.
That was the CSI, the Mandalorian. That was
so bad.
yeah.
They go to the island with Jack Black and
Hey, stop waking up Doc Brown. Let him rest, bro. Because he don't know what the fuck these things are. Y'all just got him in some dumb shit.
I kept watching that episode. I was like, I think I texted about this. Like, felt like a Super Bowl episode, like a Super Bowl
It felt
commercial.
like a Super Bowl commercial.
It did.
Like,
It's weird because here's the thing: you watch it. Clearly, Lizzo's a cameo.
Yeah,
She did great for not being an actress first, right?
yeah.
But then you see Jack Black, who's great. But I'm like thinking, is this a Jack Black cameo or Jack Black as this character? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Because
you gonna see Beyonce open a Pepsi and like,
right? Is this Jack Black with a job or is this Jack Black making a cameo, doing somebody a favor? You know what I mean? There's that. So they go to that planet, do what they got to do there, and then they go back to the Mandalorians. They all team up, and they go to Mandalore to sort of reconquer it because they said like, hey, it's not poisonous or it's inhabitable. They meet other Mandalorians there. When they get there, they discover that the Empire.
That mind you, the episode was called "The Spies," and there were no spies.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, and we forgot there was that other episode in between where like it was just only about that guy.
Which I liked that episode.
That was a good. That felt very
which
like
one?
It was about the scientist guy.
it's like
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
thing
yeah.
where like it's almost like a sandwich episode. They
Yeah.
have the Mando at the end and at the beginning,
Mhm.
and then they have that whole thing with the.
I enjoyed that episode.
That was good. It felt like Andor.
Toasted his brain.
Yeah. And then you have that, and then you had that one, and then they go to Mandalore, find other Mandalorians, and find out that the Empire has been sort of taken over Mandalore
With
with what's his name? Gustavo Fringe.
yeah, what's his character's name?
Oh my God, what's his fucking name?
What's his character's name? I don't remember.
Wait,
Moff Gideon.
Moff
Moff
Gideon.
Gideon.
There we go. Yeah.
I call him Gustavo Fringe.
Buenos hermanos.
Yeah, so he's alive, right? Or he was alive before. He was just captured.
He was captured.
He was
was
in jail,
captured.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then his transport got raided.
Yeah.
And then
they
he keeps upgrading his armor every
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
So now he clearly has Mandalorian armor, and
now he's supposedly dead again.
yeah.
Is he really dead this time? I think he is.
Yeah.
He has to
I
be
think
dead.
it's a
You
clone.
can
I
only
think
do
it's a
that.
clone.
You think it's a clone?
No, well, like I didn't think it was.
I mean,
a
this
clone.
one didn't have a mustache.
That's what everybody said, but maybe he wanted to change it up a little bit. He's like, this little villainous mustache not working. Let's
shave it off.
Did you guys hear that Favreau had to change the script?
No.
So there was something about, and this could be wrong, but whatever, I saw it, so I'm going to talk about it. Something about like when he dropped. I was about to say Groot. What's Baby Yoda's name?
Grogu.
Close enough.
When he dropped him off to become a Jedi,
Mm-hmm.
that's what Favreau wanted to happen and to separate them.
Oh, when Luke took him.
And when Luke took him. And then the fans wanted him so much that they kind of like forced him back with them.
Yeah,
and
that's what it seems like.
And it kind of feels shoehorned like that a little bit.
Yeah. It's like they didn't know what to do with Baby Yoda.
They didn't expect him to be loved so much.
So popular.
Yeah.
So I do kind of feel a little bit of scrambling in the storytelling where it's kind of a little all over the place. I do like the idea, or I think it's just a cool concept of like reclaiming Mandalore and repopulating it and kind of like sending the signal out to all Mandalorians.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you can come back.
Yeah.
I think that's a cool concept.
They said it's I saw a video where it was like it seems very modeled after Hebrews in Egypt and kind of like going back to the promised land. Like it was like a video that kind of compared some of like the story beats.
I'm not gonna touch on that.
No, I know. I'm not.
That's gonna get weird.
No. I know. But it kind of they said that like that story, the way it was written, it almost like has those same story beats and stuff. Yeah. Like going back to Mandalore and all that. But no, you're right. It almost seems like, because I was just thinking right now that you mentioned that, it makes me think of, because Baby Yoda and Mando popped up in the Book of Boba Fett, and that whole moment where Baby Yoda sort of touches the Rancor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was just kind of it felt very shoehorned. It's like, why does Baby Yoda have to like all of a sudden, like now Baby Yoda has to like take, control the Rancor, and that's kind of how he saved the day. It felt very shoehorned in, even in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. But yeah, it's still a fun show. It's still a fun ride. So.
I didn't have as much fun this season.
Yeah,
it was all right. It didn't. I felt like it was a kind of a step back from the last season.
You know what? I feel like they've really improved in the last few shows. Not so much the series. It's the dogfighting, like all the ships and stuff like that. Like there are some amazing flight sequences, both in Andor and now in Mandalorian season 3. Like incredible shots. So like especially when those TIE fighters come in and blow up Bo-Katan's castle, and then they have that whole battle in the canyons and stuff. Incredible.
Now that some time has passed, where do you guys put Obi-Wan? Like, how does it feel?
Still pretty low.
Yeah.
I almost, it's funny. I don't even see it I almost feel it as like a supplemental to the main Star Wars saga. Like, because it doesn't feel like a separate thing. It just feels like,
because they have like a movie actor.
Yeah, it has the 2 movie actors from it. It almost feels like, well, if you finish Revenge of the Sith, here's this extra bonus thing to watch. That's what it feels like to me.
Interesting.
Like, because I don't feel like it has any connection to like anything else except.
I think it will eventually.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like what's her name? What's the black girl's name?
Oh.
I feel like she'll show up eventually.
Oh yeah, the I forgot about her.
Yeah,
the one who was a little Jedi when she was young.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Yeah,
the character's name.
I feel
like she'll end up showing up again. I feel like that episode with the writing on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Oh right.
It's gonna pop up somehow.
Well, because I was reading that the Obi-Wan show takes place the same time as this new Star Wars game.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That they're like at the same time. So I haven't played the games.
As the new video game. It takes place the
Jedi
same
Survivor.
time. Yeah. I thought the show it wasn't terrible. Like it wasn't Boba Fett, but
no, nothing's that bad.
Yeah, but it was cool. Yeah. I was a little underwhelmed by the finale.
Yeah.
It feels like they're going back to
it felt like the finale felt very like easy. It just felt very cookie. I was like, okay, this is all we're just gonna solve all this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's just wrap up
all these points, and then like maybe we won't have to do another season.
I mean, if this is how the Mandalorian series ends, not saying that we'll never see Mando again, but if the main Mandalorian series ends this way, I'm okay with it.
Really?
Because it almost ends like it's almost like the end of a video game. Like you've gained all these powers and you have all these resources. Now you're back at your home to take on missions. Like it almost feels like a very good ending where it's like he can pop up anywhere now.
Felt a little easy to me.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
No, I definitely didn't hate it, but it wasn't.
Was there an after credit scene or something?
No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they were like, no, we're done.
Yeah.
It's over.
I mean, it's like, hey, I just almost expected them to be like, Din Djarin and Grogu will return or something like they do with the Avengers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's definitely setting up for him to pop up in like Ahsoka.
Definitely setting up for a movie. There is going to be some type of movie situation.
Yeah.
Because I think Dave Filoni is going to be the director of that.
Yeah, it's going to be like the end game.
Because they're
Avengers
making
crossover.
What's his name? The main bad guy.
Thrawn.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Yeah. So I'm mildly excited about the
mildly excited
about the Ahsoka series. Hopefully that's better.
The trailer looked great. It actually looked like a movie.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it looked really good.
And I'm interested because I liked the Rebels cartoon. And so
like everybody from Rebels is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that should be
Who's the guy? Who's playing Ezra?
somebody I don't know.
Oh, okay. It's not the guy from Aladdin, right?
No, but that was the rumor at first.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to spell Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Okay.
Sounds like a really good Japanese beer.
Ahsoka. Yeah, I mean and also they're definitely setting up Baby Yoda to pop up in like Rey's movie. That's gonna be.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. The Rey movie.
Yeah,
the Rey
that's
movie.
set like 15 years after Episode 9, where she's setting up the Jedi School.
You know, originally they wanted it to take place like 80 years or something. They wanted Meryl Streep to play like an old Rey.
Oh wow,
Interesting.
That would be really actually would.
That's serious.
That's
yeah, no, I believe you.
I don't know. I kind of fuck with that idea. I like it.
Yeah, that was supposed to happen.
All right.
Oh wait, Hayden Christensen's gonna be in Ahsoka?
Yeah, he's gonna be a Force ghost. They say supposedly. I don't know.
Oh, that's cool. I'm trying to find the kid who's gonna play
Ezra.
Yeah. His name is Iman Esfandi.
Okay.
That's not the Aladdin kid.
No, it's not.
I don't know who that is.
No, I don't know who it is.
Yeah, kind of. He definitely looks like
shout out
Ezra
to him though.
Yeah, he looks like
Good
Ezra.
job. But yeah, we talked about this, but I actually liked how it ended. Like I said, I felt like it ended very, like you said, you didn't like that it ended kind of safe. I kind of liked that it ended kind of safe.
Yeah.
I like that there was like a nice bow put on the end of it, and like it was very, Mandalorians are back to Mandalore. Like nothing weird happened with the armor. Like I thought everybody was suspecting that she was gonna be like a spy, but
The whole episode was called Spy.
Yeah.
The spies, plural, and there were no spies. It was like they were like,
Never mind.
They forgot to edit out the name or something.
Yeah.
There were no spies.
Yeah.
Or maybe they were talking about the chick that we already knew was a spy, but that didn't make
But like her and who else?
I have no idea. It made no sense.
I wonder why they did that. But I liked it. I liked how it ended. And
I wonder why nobody's asked them that in these interviews. Like, how come no one's asked Dave Filoni or
Jon Favreau?
Like, hey, why was that episode called The Spies?
Have they done interviews since?
Yeah. They've been doing a lot of talking. But no one's asked them this question.
That's funny. But no, I liked it. I thought it did well, and it did. I feel like it. I mean, where else can you go from here, except being like, "Hey, I'm gonna pop up and rescue people." Like that's what Mando's gonna do. He's just gonna pop up everywhere. It's like an action figure that Star Wars can use now.
Yeah.
What else?
As far as Star Wars, I mean,
yeah.
Did you give us your thoughts on?
I'm like somewhere in between y'all.
Yeah.
Like a little more than him, a little less than you.
Okay.
It was fine, but it's funny because like I think enough time has passed to where I've like not forgotten it, but I'm just like it didn't leave a lasting impression.
I feel like that's been the sort of.
It's been pretty recent. Like that wasn't. It wasn't 8 months ago. Like it was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of been the consensus with any of the Disney Plus shows, though, even the Marvel ones. Like, I feel like they end and it's like, cool. What's the next one?
It's very forgettable.
Yeah, they don't stick around a lot.
Like, there's not a lot of pungent.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that left
like I'm gonna rewatch this kind of thing. Yeah.
None of them. I'm trying to think of anything on Disney Plus that's rewatchable.
I definitely rewatched the second season of Mando. I did.
It was good. I liked it a lot, but not that much.
I watched, and what else did I rewatch? Did I rewatch anything else? I mean, I'm in the process of rewatching some Marvel stuff.
I feel like
I did
Hawkeye. I've rewatched Hawkeye. That's like
I have not rewatched Hawkeye. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
I am just finished rewatching Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's not good. It's not great. WandaVision, rewatched that. It was pretty good.
That's a rewatchable one.
Loki, rewatched that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would rewatch Loki. I didn't, but I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten to the later ones. I haven't gotten to Hawkeye and
Moon Knight.
I think Hawkeye was just good for Christmas. It has like that Christmas movie
that
thing.
was very Christmas Die Hard.
Yeah. And Florence Pugh and great. So Guardians?
Let's do it.
Guardians. I'll start off. Traumatizing if I was a child.
Super.
Very traumatizing. But very I think it was necessary. I don't know how else you could have told Rocket's story without it being so gruesome. I think you had to.
I have no you should change this critiques.
Yeah, no, not at all. I think I kind of put it in line with a lot of when we were kids, there was all these cartoons that were very traumatizing. I feel I've kind of put it in that category, something where kids need to see something that'll make them go that they'll be able to sort of process with their parents.
Just be scared it's under the bed.
Yeah, pretty much. It's don't hurt animals. You know what I mean? I feel
it's a great message.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
or do hurt animals, and you'll get
your face ripped off.
You'll get a genius superhero, which might not be a good message.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's dissecting raccoons.
All right, listen.
I want to make one.
We were talking about that where I was I bet you raccoon pet sales will come up. Somebody's going to want a damn raccoon.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I loved it.
You saw it twice though, right?
I did see it
saw
twice.
it twice too.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it. I need to see it again.
You saw it twice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What do you guys feel on the second rewatch? How did it hit you the same?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Differently for me. I mean, it was still good, but it's almost it was so emotionally exhausting that watching it the first time you just experience it, and then the second time it was very I get to pay attention to other things that maybe I was not as focused on.
Okay.
Because I was telling him, the first watch, Drax irritated the fuck out of me.
Okay. Oh, because of all his stupid decisions he was making?
Yeah, it didn't feel like a likable character at that point. It was almost too stupid.
Okay.
You're a burden, and your cute, funny jokes aren't making up for it.
Okay.
Second watch, I was able to kind of see the more endearing,
oh,
you're trying to be a dad, and that whole ending thing.
Okay.
He was a lot less annoying second watch. Second watch, I liked Nebula a lot more. Not that I didn't like her, but she kind of stood out more now that I had some emotional energy to give her.
Yeah.
Because I think the first watch, just everything was so focused on Rocket.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a 2-watch movie.
Okay. Did it hit you as hard the second time?
I mean, when I watch movies the second time, it's always when I watch the second time, I'm always looking for stuff I didn't see for the first time or the first watch.
Yeah.
But it's super emotional movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It definitely hit me the same. All the emotional stuff that hit me the first time, it definitely hit me the second time. I came close to crying in a movie, and I don't know how long. And that it kept coming at me.
It's just so the way. I mean, there's really no way to avoid it. It's these cute, adorable animals.
It wasn't even
that are being tortured.
It wasn't even that part that was making me cry or wanting to cry. It was the relationship stuff, and there were certain lines.
Gamora not remembering.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah,
the Gamora, because the way that relationship was, it's basically you were dating or with someone, and that person is just a completely different person after the relationship.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, that's...
You know what's crazy? I saw somebody say, you got to look at it from Peter's perspective. He was on Titan, He found out on Titan, like, hey, Thanos might have killed her. They're on Titan. Thanos eventually snapped. Like, maybe not even like an hour had passed. He gets snapped back. The next time he sees her, he's on the battlefield. And then he sees her and she has no idea who he is. Like, that probably was like 2 hours that he hadn't seen her from the previous time. So, like, imagine, like, you see your girlfriend at one point, 2 hours later, you see her and she just doesn't know who the fuck you are.
Right.
So, it makes sense why he's like he's a drunk now. Like, he's having fucking problems because that must fuck with your head.
Yeah. Like, there was a lot of, like, really good, like, lines. A lot of good writing.
Yeah,
like,
very good writing.
Like, even, like, the last line between them when he was like...
I bet we were fun.
I bet we were fun.
Fucking love that.
Love that line. Like, I just got chills, like, saying that over just now. Like, that was really good.
Their delivery was so good, too. It reminded me of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
When they're at the end, when she's like, you're going to not want me, I'm crazy. And he's like, okay. And the way they both deliver it is just so heart-wrenching.
Yeah, that was really good. Even them breaking up at the end, spoilers, the team breaking up at the end, like, I was getting sad about that.
Because they're not, like, it's crazy because it's not like a breakup where they're like, oh, I don't want to fuck with you guys anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own legitimate reasons to go their own way.
I got to go find my thing.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's reasoning for it. I was, like, literally getting sad about it. Like, what's his name?
Peter?
Drax, like, you're not a destroyer, you're a father. And Gamora was like, I want to create a society for, like, that I never had. Like, I thought that all that was, Nebula saying that. Like, all of that was just making me like, this is sad as hell. Like, I know it's happy, but it's
Peter over there going to Earth.
Yeah, he's
well, because if you think about it, like I was surprised that it was Mantis who was like, who told him, like, hey, you're jumping from girl to girl. You have to like be on your own.
Well, that was Drax.
No, right, but it was
it was from Mantis. Yeah.
But it kind of makes sense. You're good there?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix this. But no, go ahead.
But it kind of makes sense why he was jumping from girl to girl. Like, he lost his mom.
Yeah.
So he definitely has like these issues where he's trying to find a female to like. It was very real.
No, it was real.
It was very real.
It was
but
very real.
He was like,
and I will say something that I haven't heard a lot of people talking about. Really good villain.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Really, and it wasn't like, he almost felt like more of a classic villain with like a very simple like mission.
Yeah.
It wasn't too complex. It wasn't too like, well, maybe I can kind of see what he's talking about. Maybe I could, like, it wasn't that type of, it wasn't too deep.
Yeah.
It was almost just like, I'm a bad guy. Fuck y'all.
It was a very like old school mad scientist.
Yeah, it was perfect like mad scientist arc. And
he wasn't even trying to like destroy the world.
Well, no, that's the thing. Is like, it was an old school villain. They weren't trying to make the villain relatable.
Yeah.
It was like,
exactly.
Yeah.
This is why I'm doing this, and I'm doing it because I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. But like the way they made, like, I think for me, what really solidified him as like somebody like, oh, they need to like kill this guy is like when obviously like he kills the little animals. Spoiler. Yeah. He kills the little animals when they want to escape, and Rocket starts crying, and he starts like mocking his crying.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is a fucking bully, dude. Yeah. You guys said like after second watch, like you guys noticed a bunch of different things. Obviously, like I haven't seen it the second time, but like I've been kind of going back and thinking about different moments. I almost forgot for a second that like Rocket and Nebula spent a lot more time together as Guardians than the other ones because during the 5 years they were kind of together. Yeah. They were like they were closer than the other ones. And how like when Rocket wakes up, the first thing he asks is like, "Where's Nebula?" And like when Nebula hears his voice, she just like has that. Yeah. And it's just crazy, like just those little subtle ways how they showed like
But I do think he only said that because her call sign was flashing on the wall.
That's true.
But I like your theory.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but Nebula's like reaction.
It shows like their closeness without really explicitly saying it. Yeah.
And it was cool to see her like, because it's almost so much time passes to where we're used to a certain Nebula, and then we get this one. And Julian pointed out where it's like her and Gamora kind of switch places.
Yeah,
where like Gamora's a lot more cold and mean, and Nebula's like a lot more heartwarming because she's one of the main people, like you can tell very clearly worried about Rocket. And that's kind of not how we're used to seeing her. So that was a fun change of pace.
Yeah. How do you feel? Do you feel like the Christmas special kind of was a good setup to this?
Yeah, definitely, because we like it helped set up. Well, first we know where they're at.
Yeah.
They start off in that spot nowhere. All
Yeah.
of that we wouldn't
Wouldn't have known.
know.
Yeah.
Because like that spot played such a significant part about the third act with
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
turning it into a pirate ship.
Right.
Kind of at the end. And, you know, like we find out, they mention it like a couple of times about Mantis and
and Peter
being
sibling.
brother and siblings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like we kind of see him being depressed and stuff in that. So yeah, I thought
That's true. I had to rewatch that part because I was just like, when I rewatched the holiday special, I was like, oh yeah, he's sad in this one too. So that explains why he was sad in the movie.
Wasn't really a drunk, and he wasn't a drunk in that one, but he was sad.
Yeah, he was sad.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't, you know, seeing Groot. What did you guys think about Groot this movie?
Buff Groot.
Yeah. Swole Groot. I think that's what
I like his whole thing where he can like hide things inside his
that scene was dope. That little Bad Boys 2 spin around.
That's true.
That shit was crazy.
No, it's a face off.
Yeah.
No, that was good. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah. I like this Groot. I was watching some theory videos that said like the reason this is like a much happier Groot because he was raised with a family and raised like, you know, he experienced the Avengers, he experienced all this cool cosmic shit. So he's been exposed to all these like heroes and stuff. So that's why he's grown up to be such a like happy, much more like positive Groot than the other one who seemed
an
like,
emotionally healthy
Groot.
Groot.
Yeah, exactly. Emotionally healthy Groot. Yeah,
because this Groot is essentially that Groot's son.
Yeah. What did you feel? How did you feel about? I'm
sorry, but I liked how the wing part too, like him just.
Oh yeah,
I thought him jumping out the
window. It was some
was
Batman shit, right? Yeah,
him just jumping out the window. It was just like he looked and he was just like.
That was dope. I remember that part. And we talked about this also. I really liked the car scene where he was like telling her how to
open the fucking door.
He was like, "No, it sounds like you're pushing the keyhole. Push the button under.
There's a button on the handle.
Yeah, it's like,
press that.
Now what?" He's like, "Open the fucking door."
It was the first F-bomb of the MCU.
They always come close to it.
Yeah.
And then
I liked it because it felt very real.
Yeah,
it felt
just open the fucking door.
Well, from what James Gunn said, it was like one of the takes, and
really?
And
that's
what's his name?
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. Yeah. He just did it.
Yeah.
And everyone was like laughing. He was like, "Yo, let's try that again. Let's do it." Again. Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah.
What else?
You were about to ask something. You don't remember? Before I interrupt you about the wings.
Oh shit, I did forget.
Oh.
Groot, Happy Groot, Therapy Groot.
Adam Warlock.
There you go. What did you guys think of him? Is he supposed to be like that? Like a baby?
I feel like that's everyone's reaction. Is like, is this motherfucker supposed to be dumb?
Well, see, in the books, when he first appears, he is like a, just very childlike, like literally in the first appearances, but he does grow to become like Space Jesus, essentially.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't mind it. It was kind of funny. It didn't bother me.
It didn't bother me, but that was definitely my least favorite part of the movie. Like,
and it didn't take me out of it at all. He was taken out of his cocoon too early. I was like, okay, well,
they pulled him out the air fryer early. That's fine. But it definitely felt, I don't know, he just didn't fit with his mom, that whole thing. It just, I don't know.
Is that how it is in the comics? Like he's part of that whole group, the Sovereign?
I don't remember. I know the Sovereign is a real thing.
Yeah.
And I know that chick is a real character in the comics, but I don't know if that's really his mom or if that's how she came about. Not really sure.
I saw that he had like a little, like, isn't that where the Infinity?
Well, yes, because like essentially in the Infinity War story, he plays the part of in the books like what
Vision.
Okay. And he doesn't have the Mind Stone; he has the Soul Stone.
Okay.
But it looks like it's
just
like a little,
just a thing.
Little Uzi.
Yeah, it's a little pendant on his forehead.
Yeah, because you don't think they bring back any stones.
No.
No.
That wasn't a stone.
No. Okay.
Didn't even look like a stone.
No.
It wasn't glowing. It wasn't lighting up. It was
has he always has he been a Guardian before? Is it like
he is a Guardian. He's there's another team he's a part of. I don't want to call it the Exterminators. There's something else. I can't remember what they're called, but it's another team of like Guardian-esque characters like Star-Lord, him, Fizla, the little girl at the end.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you next. I saw something on New Rockstars where it said that she's like the female Quasar?
Yeah, she's a female Quasar.
Okay.
But yeah, you kind of see her eyes glowing, and she gets the Nega bands.
Okay.
So
it says Infinity Watch and Universal Church of Truth.
Infinity Watch. Is that the other group?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember it being called. I mean, that's probably another group, but there's another group. I don't remember what it's called though. I feel like they're the Exterminators or something, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. But Nova's in that team too.
Yeah,
it's like Star-Lord. What's his name? Adam Warlock, Nova.
Okay.
The Quasar girl, and a few other people.
Who was the Jeb girl that they?
That's who I'm talking about. Fizla.
Yeah.
She grows up to become Quasar.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's such. Does she come like in the comics? Does she come from like this little bunch of groups of kids that
no,
that's just something for this movie.
Yeah, that's just something for the movie. I forgot. She is somebody in the book. She's somebody's daughter. I don't remember who though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just remembered that scene where they're freeing all the kids and Mantis opens that one cage with that one like weird lumpy thing.
Like, I didn't scream at you. There was something scary behind you. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
That was random.
I liked what's his name too. The Kraglin, the whistle arrow guy,
James Gunn's brother.
Yeah.
I like his little journey, his little arc, because I rewatched Volume 2, and I had totally forgotten that he's the reason why all the Ravagers sort of like bust the mutiny.
Yeah,
and I didn't know that it was like because he was just like questioning what's his name, and so they're like, yeah, we should do that, and so he has that guilt kind of all over him. Yeah.
I like Cosmo.
Cosmo's
good.
Good.
That Cosmo was funny. I liked that.
Yeah, take it back.
And I like that we got to see Howard the Duck again.
Yep.
We did. It looks like they updated his like the way his look a little bit. He doesn't look like he did in the first Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really loved the movie. What do you guys think is going to happen after now? Like, do you think
with the Guardians or just?
Do you think they're going to continue on with that team of Guardians or
no?
No, like what I said with the Mandalorian. I feel like they're just around so that they can pop up. That's I mean, they're just like, all right, cool. Here's our action figures that we're going to put away for a bit, and we'll just make them come up in something else.
Would that be a series?
Oh, I didn't think about that. Like a Guardian series or a Rocket series, something like that.
Yeah, like a Guardian series, but with this bootleg team. It's like, yay, Guardian series. I want to see all my favorites. Where are all my favorites?
I think we'll end up seeing them show up in something.
Yeah. Or maybe like an animated. Like, look how they did the Baby Groot stuff. Like, I could see them doing like an animated Rocket and Groot thing.
Those show up again, like live action. Probably not in Guardians, but I think that team will show up again.
Yeah.
Whatever happens cosmically.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They'll pop up.
Yeah, I can't even.
Rocket's definitely coming back for Secret Wars.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that whole team will be back for Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Star-Lord will be back by Secret Wars.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think Gamora's coming back.
I mean, the actors said that.
Yeah,
she said she's not coming back. Drax said she's not coming back.
Yeah.
But you throw enough money at them, they'll come back.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They're coming back.
Yeah.
Like in the girl play. I'm sure Nebula will see her again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Mantis will show up again somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked her 3 octopus monsters.
Yeah, I didn't understand the point of that though. Of her having all those 3.
I feel like it's just something to protect her.
There's something to protect her, but also I can't remember what those things are called, but those things can jump dimensions.
Really?
Yes, those things can jump dimensions.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I was watching some where they that might play a part where Mantis has these things that can just jump through dimensions.
Call it Uber.
Yeah.
She could just possibly just jump through timelines and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel about it not connecting to the bigger, like, overall Marvel story right now?
I'm good with that.
I'm good with it.
Me too. Yeah. I'm glad that it was.
I actually prefer it.
I think I said this about Quantumania that I was like, oh, it feels like a small movie, like that it's only about the family. But the more I revisited Quantumania, I was like, no, this relied on too much of what's going to happen next and what happened before it.
Boy, that movie lost points as time went
Yeah,
on.
Which movie?
Quantumania.
Oh yeah.
You forgot what we were talking about.
Not as strong.
No, but yeah, no, I'm kind of glad that this Guardian story, like you said, they're not saving the galaxy, they're saving one of their own. And the payoff was like they lived and they were able to kind of fight another day in their own way, kind of thing. My question, I thought about this when when the post-credit scene came up, but do you think there's any kind of weight to who the son or the stepson of Peter's grandpa is? Like they were talking like, oh yeah, there's this, like there was something about the way it was said that I was like, is he somebody?
I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. It's not like they were just talking about the neighbor's son.
No, I think they were talking about the son of his like new wife.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, we have like a 40-year-old son and he doesn't do anything or whatever. But the way they I don't know if it was like grandpa and him just shooting the shit or like.
Nah, they definitely worded in a way where it's like, do you guys get the joke? And we're all like, no.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
The Annihilators. That's the other team I was talking about. I'm sorry. I was looking for it.
I knew he was gone.
Oh, is that Silver Surfer there?
Yeah, it's Silver Surfer, Adam Warlock. I forgot his name, but he's like, the Thor with the.
Oh, Beta Ray Bill?
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
A couple other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there. Sorry. I was stuck looking
No,
for that.
it's all good.
But
yeah, we're talking about that post-credit scene where the grandpa and him are
I don't.
I thought it was going to be like somebody like.
That felt like a throwaway joke to me.
Okay.
Did you see the Kevin Bacon thing?
In the newspaper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
That was funny.
I saw that the first time.
Yeah.
I was trying to see the smaller writing. I couldn't see what that said.
Yeah. I'm glad it wasn't anything weird like, oh, we have to guess who this character is now. Kind of like at the end of Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Like, who is this person?
How do we feel as the Guardians series? Where do you rank this movie?
Overall in Marvel?
Yeah.
Oof, I haven't done that. I haven't done that ranking yet. I know you did.
Yeah, it's top 5 for me.
But I feel like in terms of trilogies, complete trilogies, because what do we have? Iron Man,
Thor.
We have Thor,
Spider-Man,
Captain America, Spider-Man.
That's pretty much it.
Well, Spider-Man, Ant-Man. I think this is right above there. I think it's I think we go
number 1.
Yeah, I think Guardians, Captain America, Iron Man, in terms of trilogy, and then Spider-Man. I like
put Spider-Man before Iron Man.
Oh, really?
Mm.
I put Iron Man just because that was the kickoff, and I feel like I really like Iron Man 3.
But I think Iron Man 2 is like kind of whatever.
Well, I guess like this one feels like a complete trilogy. The other ones felt like these are very separate stories. This one feels like the true arc of all these characters together.
Mm-hmm. This one's number 1 as far as series, just because I feel like out of any of the Marvel ones, you kind of need other Marvel movies to watch those other movies.
Yeah.
This one you don't really.
No.
It stands alone by itself.
Yeah.
Very easily.
Yeah. And I think the thing I liked about the Guardians, which is crazy because I remember when this was announced, I didn't know who the fuck they were.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how's this going to work? But I remember them being one of my favorite parts of Infinity War and Endgame. Like they made those movies that much better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think this by far is like my favorite team. I guess up until we see the X-Men come in, but I guess team that we have in the Marvel Universe, I like the Guardians.
You guys know who Star-Lord ends up dating later on?
Who?
Shadowcat.
Ooh.
In the comic books.
Shit.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's going to work because she's probably going to be very, very young when they first
she's 15. He's 38.
It might not do that.
You're going to need a time jump for that shit.
Oh, yeah. Multiverse.
But yeah, in the books, they are a couple years ago, they were together. Okay. And at one point, she becomes the new Star-Lord.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
Wasn't Shadowcat in one of the Spider-Man movies?
No.
Or like the I guess the character, not. Wait, she's not the.
No. Shadowcat is the X-Men character, Kitty Pryde.
Oh, my bad.
You're talking about Black Cat.
Black Cat.
Yeah.
Confused the two.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. That's interesting though. I didn't know he dated her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. That happened.
So that happened. Yeah, fantastic movie. Top 5. Definitely very strong series. And it's cool because I think the cool thing about Guardians is you can tell someone who's not invested in the whole Marvel universe to like, hey, just watch these.
Just watch that,
Yeah.
It'd be like,
and you'll have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's come in really clutch lately when I've been kind of introducing my girlfriend to all like the Marvel movies because she's never been invested in them. I've been showing her those Marvel Legends. Those come in really handy because you can just tell somebody who's never seen it, like, hey, we're gonna go see this movie. Just watch these 3 episodes.
I do that because we're still doing this with my girl, and she we watch those and then we get into the next one.
Yeah. No, it's real convenient.
Especially because we took a little break from the movies for a little bit because it was just like, all right, we just finished all these, and then we did Loki, and I was like, all right, let's take a little break.
Yeah.
And then we watched Captain America and Winter Soldier. I was like, let's watch these legends so you remember what happened to these people.
Yeah. I feel like as y'all are both forcing people, I feel like it's like the Clockwork Orange scene. You're like taping their eyes open and be like, no, this is Star-Lord.
Well, it's funny because
you like this shit. She's the best. She's like, I love you.
Yeah, she's doing her best. No, but like it's funny because like I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play this one scene from Infinity War. You have to pay attention. I'm like, are you paying attention?
Yeah. Like when she's falling asleep, I'm like,
so you gotta watch this.
That's like there was some comedian who was like, when you're trying to get someone to watch something and they get up to use the bathroom and you're like, do you want me to pause it? And they're like, no. And you're like, yo, fuck,
heartbreaking and shit.
No, this is getting paused.
No, it's funny because
no, you can let it play.
We saw the Marvels trailer before watching this one. It was like the first trailer, and she just looks at me and I was like, it's the whole thing I got to tell you.
She wants to. She wants to see Guardians, but I'm like, can't let you see that. I'm sorry.
You haven't gotten to the first Guardians yet?
No. She hasn't watched
the 3.
Oh, okay. She hasn't watched 3. I'm like, we can't really watch 3 yet. We have to finish. We have to go in order.
You gotta go.
She's like, I really want to watch this movie. You're like, no.
You gotta watch it in my order.
You have to watch it in order. Like we're about to watch Eternals, and I'm like,
oh, okay.
This is about to be
she might walk away.
You might need to watch that one in parts.
Low point, right?
She might walk away from this shit.
She already said, she was like, there's too many big names. I already know this is gonna be bad.
Angelina Jolie, what the fuck is she doing here?
It's funny because it's true because I'm thinking Eternals. I was like, how many people were in Eternals? There was like 10 of them.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's a whole other team. How did you feel? Speaking of, I guess, cosmic people, but like, did you feel like, I mean, like, I guess it goes back to my question about like that it's not linked to all the overall story, but like, did you want to see anybody bigger, like Galactus, or any kind of hints to like?
No, I like that they just that's what they do in the. James Gunn keeps those movies very his own, and I liked that we didn't get.
I think that's probably going to be a big. Sorry to get you up. I think that's probably going to be a big thing in DC, or in the DC universe that I think I will enjoy. Is that I think Marvel is all interconnected, but in a way that like bleeds on itself so much.
Mm-hmm.
I think the DC stuff will be interconnected, but I think it'll do a better job of being standalone films.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to navigate like multiple universes existing.
Yeah.
For DC, where it's like, oh, like the Joker isn't attached to anything. This Batman, and there's probably gonna be another Batman. And like that seems a little confusing, but I do like the idea of like movies that I can just turn on, watch, and I don't need more information.
I mean, he did it with Peacemaker. Like Peacemaker, like spoilers for Peacemaker, but I had no clue that they were gonna show the Justice League.
Yeah.
At the ending episode, but it kind of made sense that they exist in the same universe. So I think we got a hint of that with that show because Peacemaker is like John Cena in a weird outfit. Like, how is this going to connect to Batman? You know what I mean? And they did a good job.
Well, we'll see what happens after the end of Flash.
Yeah.
When does Flash come out?
Like 2 weeks?
Oh, in 2 weeks?
No, maybe a little longer.
It's in June
12th.
Okay, so like in a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got Fast and the Furious.
Family. This weekend.
That comes out this weekend?
Yeah, Friday.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Y'all let me know how that is. I'll be watching that on the airplane. Like most of those.
I'm definitely going to the theater for that one.
Yeah.
But as far as Guardians, any other thoughts on Guardians? Any other thing? I almost feel like there's more that we could talk about Guardians.
Well, I mean, the whole like goopy Nathan Fillion.
Oh yeah, that whole world.
I like Nathan Fillion's part. That world was kind of weird.
It was a butthole.
That felt too much like a Rick and Morty like scene.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed
Yeah, I
it.
didn't hate
They
it.
made it work, but it felt very Rick and Morty.
Mhm.
Yeah, when he was like, I got one of those.
Yeah.
Talking
Yeah.
about like his employee. That was funny.
Yeah.
Him trying to. I did like the dynamic of him trying to show Gamora that he's charming
Yeah.
and like it not working because
Yeah.
she was just so heavy handed. That was a fun.
Yeah, that was a good scene. Where when he charmed the girl.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. Which, by the way, that's the girl from Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's Ratcatcher girl.
Ratcatcher.
And James Gunn's wife.
Didn't know that.
Well,
She was the receptionist.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it was two different characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that scene. There was a lot of fake out deaths too,
Yeah.
because I thought Drax was gonna die.
I thought Drax was done. He got shot in the front and the back.
Yeah, I was
"All
like-
he's dumb."
Yeah.
He's out of here.
I for sure thought Peter was gonna die,
Yeah, that was surprising.
especially when like his face got
His
all
face
fucking
got all blown up.
It's almost like they took his face to the point that made everyone go, "Oh, well, you can't come back from that."
Yeah.
And then he came back with just a swollen face. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I mean, I guess you can come back from that." That's
Just
fine.
came back as Hitch.
Yeah, like,
Exactly.
literally. And then they did the
The
painting.
yeah.
Oh, the Atom and yeah.
Yeah, they did the painting because he's Space Jesus.
Exactly.
Is he really?
Where he's basically Space Jesus in the comic books.
Yeah, because they did make him kind of stupid in this thing. Like honestly, because
he's newborn.
right, but I didn't know that this dude was gonna play him like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be a little bit more serious about it. You know?
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they made him kind of goofy.
I'm sure as time goes by, he'll be
Yeah.
more stoic and
Right.
serious
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. What were the other fake out deaths? It was, I mean, Peter was one. Obviously, Rocket was the other one. Who was the other fake death?
I mean, you could kind of say Rocket was a.
Well, he was. I mean, it was the main
That
point
scene,
of the movie.
that's another scene that almost made me.
when he like died.
When he came back and they were hugging. I was like,
yeah.
"Ugh."
Oh man.
No, when he first spoke and they heard him on the intercom and
Yeah.
they were like, "Wait, everyone's okay?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like he goes into the afterlife and he's like, "Can I come?
Great line in there too. I forgot
Yeah.
to mention where he was like,
This is your story."
This was
Yeah,
this was your story
the
whole time. You just didn't know it. Love
I did
that.
love that. Yeah.
Because it really was. If you watch all the movies,
yeah.
It's literally Peter and
Yeah.
Rockets,
Yeah.
especially that second movie. That
Yeah.
second movie is Loki kind of Rockets movie.
Right.
Yeah, but I feel like this was like the legend or the key that kind of helped unlock the whole story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And to where I'm like, oh, I'm a huge Rocket fan.
Yeah,
I didn't
for
know
sure.
that.
Yeah. That was badass too when he finally claims his name.
Yeah.
Rocket Raccoon.
Rocket
That was
too.
badass.
Great.
So good.
Honestly, to be honest, like if this movie would have come out when I was a kid, Rocket would probably be like one of my favorites.
Oh, he's one of my
For
favorites
sure.
now, for sure.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
I
Because
think
he's
Captain America is still number
Yeah.
one for me. Not Captain America, Iron Man, and
That's another thing we could probably do later is like actually not rank
Rank the MCU
movies,
characters?
but characters.
rank the heroes.
yeah, I'm done for that. We can do that.
That would be really good. What else we gotta say about it? I mean, there's
We could talk about forever how great this movie is,
right.
but we're not.
Yeah, no, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. I think moving on from that, should we hop onto like Marvel news or DC news? Because I feel like James Gunn.
It's a mix of both.
Okay.
But
Let's talk. I mean,
let's talk about some DC news.
yeah. So, I mean, we just talked about James Gunn and what he might do. Like, you know, obviously, like I already had faith in him, but after this movie, I'm like, oh yeah, like he's gonna kill it with Superman. Like,
Yeah.
but like I guess
Superman news.
Superman.
They
needs,
found a blue-eyed, dark-haired white guy.
wow.
He looks like Superman, y'all.
Actually, it looks
Is he in shape or is he small?
I mean, who cares? He'll
I
be
mean,
in shape.
I know he will be, but I'm
He
just
will be.
curious.
yeah. I mean, he does look like a baby Henry Cavill. Like you look at him,
He
he looks
doesn't even
like,
look. He looks like
He looks more like Superman.
he looks like Smallville guy to me.
Yeah.
Tom Welling.
He looks like Tom Welling.
He looks like a mixture of Tom Welling and
Yeah.
Henry Cavill.
He definitely does.
Yeah.
What's his name? Hold on.
Because definitely, I would not. I was. If you
His
put
name
this,
is David Corenswet. Corenswet.
Corn Sweat.
Corenswet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corny Sweat is good.
Corny Sweat.
He does. He looks. He looks like.
But
both of them.
it's funny. I was like, you had somebody like Henry Cavill as Superman. I was like, you got to find somebody who's like, you can put in a suit, bulk up, and I'm like, okay, I'm convinced.
You can do that to this
Yeah, I
guy.
can do it to this guy.
Yeah.
This guy looks like them.
He looks like him. He looks like a mixture of Tom Welling and him. And I think like, you know, give him the Superman curl and
Yeah, give him the Superman curl.
put him on some HGH. And he's good.
Yeah, he's Superman. And then Lex Luthor, Nicholas Holt.
Is that one confirmed?
I mean, they're the top
Those are
contenders.
top one.
I have so
Don't love that.
not going to. I heard about Nicholas Holt possibly being part of this movie a while ago.
Right.
Didn't really believe it because the person was telling me, no, he's up for Superman. I'm like, ooh, I hate that.
They probably were like Superman the movie
Yeah.
as opposed to Superman the character.
Yeah, they were like, oh, he's possibly going to be in it. I was like, that's Superman? They were like, yeah. I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah, I would have not. Yeah, you couldn't.
But then there was an article saying that he was also up for Batman in the Batman.
This guy.
Yeah, Nicholas Holt.
Oh, Nicholas Holt.
He was up for Batman. He was a contender for Batman, for Bruce Wayne.
I like him. I like the characters.
It's a casting issue. It's not a him issue.
Yeah.
I think he could do it.
Not saying that he can't play it, but I'm just like, I don't know. Like, he kind of takes me out of it a little bit. Like, he's great as Beast.
Mhm.
I think he did great as Beast, but like, I don't know. I don't see him as those either.
Did you like him as Beast?
He was fine.
Yeah.
He was fine.
Yeah.
But like, I think he could play, like, what was that movie he was in? Oh my god.
The new one?
No.
The Menu? Sorry, the Menu.
No, not The Menu.
Oh.
It was in the desert and he was
Mad Max.
Mad Max. Yeah,
Yeah.
like he could play. He's a good actor. He could play
Yeah.
these different roles. Like,
I don't think he's not a good actor. I like more substantial Lex Luthors. Like I don't like. There's been both versions in both comics and shows and movies and everything. Like I like kind of older, more serious Lex Luthors, and I think whenever Lex Luthor becomes too maniacal and like Riddler, Joker,
I don't think they're gonna make him like that. I think they're gonna make him a business. I think he's gonna do and I don't think he's gonna be the main villain in this. I think
I don't think he should.
Yeah,
I think he needs Lex Luthor needs to just exist in that way.
Yeah, I think he's gonna exist. I don't think he's gonna be the main villain, but I think he's gonna play him more stoic. But they have a younger.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I'm hoping.
reverse of what Batman versus Superman did.
Yeah.
What would be the reverse of it? Like
Not like that.
Not crazy Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. They also said that James Gunn's he wanted to have Bradley Cooper play.
See, I did see that.
Yeah.
I actually like that idea. Like almost like not that much like an older Lex Luthor, but he's kind of like more in the older brother territory as opposed to like a father figure type thing. But he can still sort of get into that.
That's exactly where
a guy who like faded good looks kind of thing. I almost would like to see that kind of Lex Luthor more so than like a Bryan Cranston type.
Yeah, like old guy.
Yeah,
definitely me too.
Yeah, I kind of dig that idea, but I guess Nicholas Holt can kind of fill that role. I don't know how much older he is than the guy who's playing him.
But if he's older, he just presents very
younger.
young. Yeah. Marvel.
No, wait.
Was there?
Didn't they say for Lois Lane? Did they say that?
There's like 4 different girls.
The one I saw was that girl Samara Weaving.
Oh yeah, I did
the
see
girl
her name.
She was at the beginning of Scream.
She was in the beginning of Scream. Yeah. She doesn't give me Lois Lane vibes.
I mean, she's blonde. If they
they could, but like
brunette.
I don't know. Whenever I think of Lois Lane, I think Samara Weaving's way too sexy to be Lois Lane.
She should be like a Lana Lang.
Yeah, she grew up with him. She's way too hot to be like Lois Lane. I don't feel like Lois Lane is like. I've never been like, oh yeah, Lois Lane. Yeah. Like she's always just been like, oh, it's Lois Lane. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Samara Weaving's a little too hot for me to be.
Yeah, I could see that. I get what you're saying.
Well,
it's almost like her and Superman are supposed to be like this boring. Like,
that's true.
Like just American happy couple.
Like you couldn't pick her out in the crowd type. Yeah. I get what you mean.
It's very girl next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need more girl next door for Lois Lane. Like Samara Weaving's a little too hot.
Okay.
A little too hot for me for my Lois Lane. Yeah, I didn't look at who the other girls were, but
no, I didn't see who. That was the only big name that I saw.
Yeah, that was the only one I recognized. I didn't recognize the other names.
Yeah. I think she would be good. I think like they're gonna go for the whole like, trying to find my words for this one, but it's like they're gonna go for the like yes, I'm very very hot, but I'm also really really smart.
Yeah.
Type of kind of characterization of Lois Lane, that she's just like I was a reporter. I was like a reporter on the ground in Afghanistan, but I'm also like I can like pull up in a gown and show out. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they're gonna go for that kind of Kind of like what the Wonder Woman thing. Like Wonder Woman can, like what's her name? Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Yeah, I think they might go for that kind of characterization.
They're pretty close. Just to go back, we were wondering, right? Nicholas Hoult is 33. Okay. David Corrin Sweat is 29.
Who's Key Sweat? Who'd you say?
the guy who might be playing Superman.
Oh, okay.
He's 29.
He seems younger.
Nicholas
I
Hoult
thought he was like 26.
33.
Okay. So they would be closer in age kind of thing. Huh. I'm trying to think. Like, do I like the close in age? I don't know.
I mean, they did Close in Age in Smallville.
But that was like a teen show. So I get
everyone got like teenified.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, I could see it work. I mean, I want it like once they show him in the suit, when they show like Superman in the suit, like then it's gonna be like, okay, I could see it kind of thing.
Once we see him in a suit, once we see Nicholas Hoult bald and in a suit.
Do you think they're gonna do bald, or do you think?
Oh, absolutely.
You cannot have Lex Luthor with hair. I would walk out the fucking movie.
I mean, they did it in the last movie.
I know, but annoying.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be bald.
Okay. Honestly, after seeing Guardians, like, and knowing James Gunn is gonna write and direct it, I'm like excited.
You called it.
Yes, Kylo Ren, Adam Driver as Mr. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Great choice. I think they had to go with somebody that was pretty big, that could have like command good on-screen presence.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
I think also I feel he has actually pretty good comedy skills.
Yeah.
Just from remembering him in Girls and that thing that he did on SNL.
Yeah, he's funny.
He was pretty funny. So I also think he's good. He could play the smartest person in the room.
Yep.
Slightly Rain Man-ish.
Yeah, socially awkward.
Socially awkward character.
Have you seen him in Marriage Story?
Yep.
I could see him play like
I don't think they're gonna tap into like
that drama.
I mean, it'll be dramatic, but I think he almost comes with too many dramatic tools.
That's true. I feel like, but I guess what I was trying to say is that like in that one, yes, there's a dramatic aspect, but like when because he's like a play director. I don't know. He has that energy of the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
Kind of like 100%. Figuring it out on the spot type of thing. I could see that. Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's good casting. Did they say did they confirm that it's Margot Robbie as?
They have not confirmed, but like supposedly she's it's her and the girl from Free Guy.
Oh, who's the girl in Free Guy?
You know the Ryan.
I know.
I know the movie.
Hold on.
She was.
I'll tell you one second. Jodie Comer.
Okay.
She's in thriller series Killing Eve. She was in Free Guy. She's in The Last Duel.
Oh, yes. I have seen The Last Duel.
Oh, she's dope in Killing Eve. This is who
might be playing Invisible Woman.
She would body that.
Yeah. She's up for it, and supposedly
I like that more than Margot Robbie.
Why? Because you think he has too much baggage?
I think Margot Robbie just comes with too much.
Okay.
And like we know her too well. This is a little more of a blank slate. And I know her range from Killing Eve, where it's like she can be pretty, she can be dark, she can be like it. I think especially with a lot of like these introduction characters, I kind of don't want actors with too much of off-screen personality, so that we can let them workshop the character better.
Yeah.
Not to say that Margot Robbie's not good,
right? But like, people are gonna be like, "What is Harley Quinn?"
Not even that, but I think she was more suited for Harley Quinn because Harley Quinn is so zany and off the wall. And so like that kind of is more Margot Robbie's personality.
Did you? I just thought about maybe she doesn't want to go to actor jury duty. Have you seen that tweet where they said that when actors sign on to Marvel movies, that's like actor jury duty?
Oh,
because they're like locked in for like I don't know how many years.
Yeah, and making millions of dollars.
Hey, true.
You better set your check. Or you could go. Let me stop. I was like, or you could go the other route and get kicked off of Marvel.
Yeah, let's not get
we're not. Just saying.
That's
don't
Pandora's
frown.
box.
Don't frown at that check.
No, for real. There is the opposite. You can definitely fumble a Disney bag.
The other people
Thing.
rumored for. Well, this person's rumored for both. Mila Kunis is rumored as Sue Storm, and then there's also rumors that she could be the Thing.
Why we gotta touch it?
I hope
you know your mom sees you like touch everything. Like, why are y'all touching everything? Just put it down.
I hope they don't make her Thing. I was on board for Sue Storm. I think she could do that.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't want to see her as Thing.
No.
Keep Thing as Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
Do not make it a woman.
Yeah.
Because there's like whole other like, I mean, I haven't really read too many of Fantastic Four comics, but I've seen a lot of the cartoons. But like, there's a whole aspect to Ben Grimm's character that I want to see explored, like,
Right.
as as a Jewish man who turns into this like thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
I want to see that. Like that casting rumor of Seth Rogen being like, I mean, like that would have been interesting.
You know what? So I was against Seth Rogen as being him, but after hearing Seth Rogen on as Donkey Kong,
oh yeah,
I'm all right with now, because I didn't even realize it was him after a while.
Oh, that's right. He was Donkey Kong.
Yeah. I was fine with it. I was like, I'm not even really hearing Seth Rogen.
Right.
Every time I'm thinking he's about to do is laugh the entire time, but he didn't.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, Mila Kunis as like the Invisible Woman would be great.
Yeah.
And her with, never seen her perform with, what's his name, Adam Driver. So
no,
I'd like
but
to
I
see
think
them
that
together.
would, that
I want to see
work.
that dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's not many here for Human Torch, but the main one I saw, another person for Sue Storm is Rachel Brosnahan from Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Brosnahan.
Yes.
Rachel Brosnahan. Yeah. She'd be good. Yeah, I like her a lot.
I like her a lot, but I don't know, man.
Well,
Jodie Comer like stood out. Now that you said that, I'm like, oh, she would fucking kill.
Yeah. There was a movie that I saw Rachel Brosnahan in that I think I was expecting her same level of quirkiness as Maisel, but like it just didn't work. She felt like a blank slate, and I feel like, not saying that she's a bad actress, but I feel like whoever writes it kind of is what elevates her a lot. Like she can bring that to life. So if she's in it, the writing has to be incredible. You know what I mean?
And for Johnny Storm, I got Paul Mescal.
Paul, who? What was he in?
The Lost Daughter.
Paul Mescal.
And After Sun.
I've never seen this man in my life. He's an Irish guy.
Oh yeah. That's the guy that's going to be in Gladiator. Gladiator 2.
Okay, you told me that,
I remember, yeah.
There's a Gladiator 2?
Yeah, there's a Gladiator 2.
It's about his son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he's the...
Well, it's not the son.
It's not the son?
He's the kid. He's the kid of...
Gladiator, right?
No. Because remember, his kid died.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the kid of the daughter of the emperor that dies at the beginning of Gladiator 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he might be playing Human Torch.
Gotcha.
I don't know him, never seen him in anything. So, I don't know.
Sorry to this man.
But, you know.
I could see him putting him in there because it seems like they're trying to blow him up.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could see his agents trying to like work overtime to blow him up.
I haven't seen him anything, but I expect my Human Torch to like have this.
Yeah.
You know, he's supposed to be very showy, very
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I need that. But
I could see him pulling it off.
And then the other big one for Galactus. Yeah. Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, I was telling Julian this. I was like, if I hear Puss in Boots come out of Antonio Banderas, out of Galactus, I'm gonna be so taken out of the movie.
Yeah, I'm very curious like how that's gonna sound.
I don't like it.
I don't know.
I love Antonio Banderas, but I don't know.
Fear me.
I guess subconsciously we're like it's like a template voice, so it has to be a white guy. So I'm like, I guess that's not a good thing. We need to move away from that.
Yeah, I mean,
true. I don't mind his accent. It's not even about his like Spanish accent. It's just like, Antonio Banderas, like they're definitely gonna modulate his voice and do some shit,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
But like, I'm gonna be like in my head, I'm like, that's Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, I'm curious. Is he gonna be like with the big helmet, or are they just gonna CGI this new
Yeah,
form?
yeah.
He'll just be the voice.
I mean, yeah, because we got the closest we got to Galactus was in that
Yeah,
the
weird
second
cloud
Fantastic,
thing.
yeah, the cloud thing. Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, we got a hint of it with in the Eternals where we saw like those big Celestials and seeing like a big giant being, but they didn't really have like a human element to it. It just seemed like these beings that had like limbs, right? So I am curious like how they're gonna make him look.
We are excited to see it.
Yeah, and then the other villain they haven't said any casting for, but it's gonna be one of Galactus's heralds, but it's not going to be Silver Surfer.
Okay, who's the other one?
He has a couple of them, but one of them all like represent one represents fire.
Yeah.
This one is Terrax.
Okay.
Which he's like the Earth Herald or the like.
Did they announce a casting for that? There's a rumor of that.
No,
he's gonna be. That
character will, but they haven't said who's gonna play that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the casting already. I mean, Mr. Fantastic, that's a really strong one already. So.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
there's been other rumors like.
Do you think they announced it at Comic-Con?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I think they announced that, and I think they'll announce Superman officially at Comic-Con.
Officially at
yeah,
Comic-Con,
it seems like that's what it's leading up to.
I think we'll get at We'll get that. We'll probably get more of what's going to happen with DC. Maybe Superman's going to be the big casting, but maybe we'll get like directors for all the other projects.
I mean, also it depends on how this strike goes. There's the writer strike because that's put a pause on a lot of shit.
Yeah, sure.
Blade it's completely like delayed because of this because they had just gotten a new writer for it and they have to rewrite it. So a lot of stuff is going to get pushed, but hopefully like enough money goes in, enough people, hopefully they negotiate well for these writers. So
yeah.
All right. I think
anything else?
Yeah, that's all.
That's it, man. Yeah.
Cool. All right. That was good. Follow us on Instagram at Cool Table Podcasts, Twitter. If anybody still uses Twitter at Cool Table Pod.
I still use Twitter.
Yeah.
I still use Twitter.
Yeah. It's great for sports and for catching up on things. But we're Nerds at Cool Table. I am David. You can find me at David Gallardo.
Yusuf YGLA on everything.
Julian Edwards on everything.
Love y'all.
Thank you.